Hello and welcome back to How2Uke. In today's episode, we're going to be covering movable chord shapes and how to play any major, minor, 7th chord. So let's get to it. The chord shapes that we're going to be covering are the F chord shape, which just comes from the F chord, the A minor chord shape coming from A minor, and the C7 chord shape from C7. So that's pretty easy. So how we're going to create any major, minor, 7th chord is by just making each one of these chords a bar chord. So basically, when we make F7 a bar chord, we're pretty much moving it up one fret and putting a bar behind it. This is what we call like a bar chord, is when we lay one finger over multiple strings. So just press it down really hard. Eventually when you have calluses, it'll become easier. But for now, just try and press it down, hold down all the strings. And this chord is, now that we've barred F and moved it one fret up, we've made it 1/2 step higher. So this is F sharp now. It's the bar chord F sharp. We could even move it up one more and get to G sharp, or to G major as a bar chord. So instead of going like this, like that, we could go like this. They sound the same. And so we can move it up even further to G sharp, then A sharp, B, and then no B sharp or C flat, so it's just from B to C, then C sharp, D, and so on. And we can also do that with the A minor chord shape. So we take A minor, make it a bar chord, and now it goes to A sharp minor, and then we go to B minor, which is a chord that we've already gone over in the last video. So that's B minor, and then C minor, and then C sharp minor, D minor, and so forth. And again, we can do this with the C7 chord. So kind of make that a bar chord. Then we go to C sharp 7, then D7, which we've already learned as well, then D sharp 7, E7, E sharp 7, F7, and so on. So that allows you to play any major, minor, 7th chord. And actually, you're probably never going to even need to go past the 5th fret with these, because you already know a bunch of different major, minor, and 7th chords. So take, for example, D minor. Instead of using A minor, say because you want to go to F, and with A minor chord shape, F is somewhere all the way down here. So you decide to use the D minor chord shape instead, and now you only need to go to D sharp minor, E minor, E sharp minor, F minor. It's only about on the 5th fret, which is a lot nicer than having to go all the way down to around the 10th. So that's very convenient. Another thing to remember is that if you ever need a minor 7th chord for some reason, then leaving all the strings open, that's A minor 7th. So it's already a chord. So if you see B minor 7th, for example, on some song, you can just go to A sharp minor 7th, and then B minor 7th, and there you go. So now you can play any major, minor, 7th chord, and that's going to be very useful for the future. And one more thing to remember is that you can change the key of the song you're playing in with using a capo. So kind of like the way that you're changing an A minor to like a B minor, you can change the key of the song by just placing a capo down on any certain frets. So I'd recommend getting a capo if you want to play a song in a different key. Anyways, that's going to be about it for today's episode, and I'll see you next time.